We are live again. This is Josiah, and I have to do this before I go to sleep. I am sorry if I wake you up with my lot of notifications. I am really sorry about that, but the information I have right now is very, very important. You need to pay attention to this. This message goes to Tedros Adhanom. Tedros Adhanom is the Director General of World Health Organization. This guy is freaking smart. He's very smart, very intelligent. The microbiologist. He studied malaria for a long time. He's a researcher in malaria. Okay, I don't know what he's scared of. He's proven himself. He knows tropical diseases like the back of his hand. Now, Madagascar came up with a solution. What is his problem? From sending investigators or a group down there, a group of scientists down there to investigate the so-called CVO or COVID organics. Confidently, based on what I know about herbal medicine or herbs, homeopathic medicine in Africa, it does work. It's been keeping the people for a long time. There's a lot of concussion that they do come up with. There's a lot of them that we grew up with. These things, they work. The problem is Africans never worked on it or advanced it or continued researches on it because they think some foreign medicine, which is based on placebo, is much better than what they have. They think that what fools your mind is better than actually what goes into your system and rejuvenate your system and cleans and, get your system going the way it's naturally supposed to go. They think it's better, and they have lost the belief in themselves and what they stand for, all their roots. Now, my message is to Tedros. I don't know. Since you are so accomplished and very well versed in the work of science, and you understand what the work of science is, the work of science is not for an isolated group of people or isolated class. There are people dying. These are my friends. And I have a lot of them, and I have friends of friends and friends of friends all across the globe. These people are dying. And who's sitting there thinking, oh, okay, these people made this, I'm not going to use it because it's not scientifically proven. What is wrong with you? Many of you there are sitting down believe that there are many universes. It's called multiverse. And yet you think there's only one solution to solving a problem. Yes, there's science. There's also metaphysics. There's also other things we cannot understand as humans, and yet these things work together to give us the solution we need. If you don't know what science means, go to Wikipedia and read it right there. Oh, I'm talking about Wikipedia. Open up the Webster Dictionary and read it. This is how humans interpret the natural phenomena into a way that we can deeply understand it as to apply it into conveniently solving human problems. This requires data, facts, information gathered in a manner where we can understand clearly how it applies to us. So go study science again if you don't know. Mr. Tedros, I don't know. I strongly believe that you should send a group of scientists to Madagascar so they can identify, or first of all, investigate the contents of this so-called CVO. I believe that it works, but there are other people who don't believe. I think that in order for them to use it, it is only fair to study it and present it in a scientific form. Not that it requires a validation for it to work on people. It's already working on people. Madagascar got the record. They have no single death here as far as COVID-19 is concerned. And moreover, their people are recovering. All right. So I think we should look into it. We shouldn't be thinking the way we're thinking. Like when I talk about racist science, people look at me like I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. Almost everything is biased. We have a solution. Nobody's using it. Why? Because of bias. Because they think it's not good enough. Just like when we go to school over here, they think we're not good enough. When we are working, they think we're not good enough. Now, I'm not scared of saying the truth. I know the truth because I want to save people's lives. That's why I'm saying this. I'm not here to like tell and put somebody down or whatever. I'm just, trying to be that voice that's saying something. Maybe people overlooked it because I'm worried about the youths and I'm worried about the only hope that we have as a group of people. These people are dying First of all, they told us, oh, the young people can't die. Now they're dying. I'm worried about that. I'm concerned about it. There's no need to attack people through a natural means of depopulating people. That doesn't make any sense to me. People die anyway. Of course, they do die. Nature has a way of doing it. Things. There's a time for plenty, and there's a time for famine. There's yin, there's yang. That's how nature works. But humans sometimes want to play God. It doesn't work. You will never prosper by playing God. You will cause more problem. You will create you will create sinister situation that jeopardizes the existence of man, humanity as a whole. You need to allow things to flow naturally. Once you understand the sustainability that is required for any system, then you can move forward. Right now, people are trying to focus on the wrong energy. The energy should be, okay, what is this thing that they claim to be carrying people? We want to look at it. Let's look at it and see what's in it. Let's see who developed the protocol for making this thing work. And let's work together as humanity. It is an option to humanity. There's no one solution to any problem. Y'all well know it. There's many ways to skin a cat. That's an old English saying. So why is it now Madagascar got something and many other African people have gotten stuff that could possibly reduce the death rate? And nobody's considering that. Does it mean that the Africans are not a part of the globe that we live in? Therefore, they are nothing. They cannot contribute, even when they are dying so hard, dying terribly, struggling to contribute, to be a part of the larger globe, and they are being denied. This is unfair. This is quite unfair. You cannot stop a pregnancy. The baby must drop, and nobody can stop that. So the better we acknowledge that and start working with one another, the sooner we acknowledge that and start working with one another, the better for all of us. So this is very clear, and we should work together, and we should figure out a way to help our brothers and sisters and our friends from dying. And the longer we wait for this, the longer it's going to affect the economy of the world, and it's going to affect. It's going to go a long way to causing more harm to the general population. So we should look at solutions. Sometimes solution is not what we think they are. They are not as far-fetched as we probably think. They could be somewhere we never expected. Most of the time, the dejected or rejected stones become the cornerstones. We should not overlook what is happening in this time that we live in. There's gonna be many things happening, and we're living in a very critical time. There's gonna be a lot of knowledge floating around. Only the wise ones will capture these things and take advantage of them. So I'm encouraging Tedros Adhanom to go ahead and send the first group of scientists to Madagascar so they can start looking into it and collecting data so they can be able to convince the most of the Western hemisphere to take this thing and save themselves from it. Now they're talking about vaccine. I don't know what they think vaccine is. You can check your dictionary or go back to Wikipedia again and know what it is. So it's left the way out. We should find a system to cure and prevent the diseases from coming at all, not having to form alliance with the disease or immunity with the disease. So that's my take on it. I'm not a doctor or anything, but I have common sense. I try to use my common sense. So I don't know if you do use your common sense, but I do use my common sense. It's not that common like they say, but common sense is not rocket science either. It's just doing things the right way. That's common sense. Oh, well, I'm going to leave you guys with this tonight. Think about it and see what we can do to help others. And if you're new, subscribe, like, click on the notification button so you can get some of this delivery from time to time. Again, tonight, we're encouraging you, if you're listening to this, to push for a team to be moved to Madagascar to investigate what's happening. The longer we wait and think, oh, is African come up with it, let Africans protect themselves, that's wrong. If Africa protected themselves, that's great. But you can't allow other people to die while you have a solution, even if it costs you humiliation to bring the solution to the forefront, because lives are involved here. There are lives involved here. Even if refuses, keep pushing, keep pushing. Show your data, your statistics, your data of how progressive it's been, And other countries that are collecting it should continuously show the data. As much as there are more data and it's convincing enough, people will use it. There are many people in the West dying of this COVID thing. We should hurry up and push this. There's a need for unity at this time so people can get well very soon so we can get back on the track of the economy. Because the longer we are waiting, the longer it's going to affect everybody else. I don't care where you're from. You could, if you like, come from Mars. I don't care. It's going to affect everyone here on this planet. Please, guys, get down from your high horses, come down to the land of the living, go to the grassroots, and let's make this thing work. Please, guys, every human being has something to offer. Each and every one of us is a part and has potential to impact changes in our dynamic universe. Each is like a second in real time established in this temporal. You see, as long as we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, nobody can stop the list of the time that is taken away, for we are the component of time and time is eternal. Always remember that. Nobody can stop you in your track. Okay? It's like somebody being in the track of a falling star. If you go in the track of a falling star, you get destroyed. If you go in the track of a rising star, you'll meet the same fate. So it's time for us to come together and do things the right way. Those that have done the wrong thing should now realize what they have done and extend the hand of mercy, and they will be forgiven. Let's do this together. Nobody's out here to get anybody. People are dying. Like, I mean, people are like, seriously, it's not a joke. Get down your high horses, go down there to Madagascar, send your team of scientists, let them study what's happening there, since that's the only language you understand. Stop playing with human lives. You cannot buy them. You haven't been able to make one since the beginning of time. So stop playing and stop trying. Thank you all and enjoy your night. Bye for now. It's Josiah on H1. Teach one.